Okay, so for this video, I'm going to troubleshoot this airbag error code that I'm getting. And a friend of mine has a scanner tool, and he was able to scan it, and he told me that I have this error code, B00190D, which means there's an IP module stage 1 low control. And it says that indicates a port connection or a wire malfunction between the SDM and the deployment loop. And so for the IPM module, that is actually, the IPM module is actually this guy here, number 3, inflatable restraint IP module. So that is the front airbag right there. So there's a problem between the wiring from that airbag to the SDM here, which is the number 15 inflatable restraint sensing diagnostic module. So the main controller for the airbag, there's a loose connection between here and here, and the schematics here show, here's the schematics. Here is the SDM module that's located underneath the driver's seat, and here is the actual airbag located over here. So between those 2 points, there are 2 connections that could be the possible cause of the problem. Of course, obviously, it could also be a broken wire or something going on, but we're going to check these connections first. Now, this connector, I've already checked. This is the one that's closest to the IP module or the actual airbag. That is underneath there, and I'll show you where that is. And that didn't fix it. Let me show you how to get to that one first. So this one is actually pretty easy. Let me pause it. So to get to this connector, all you gotta do is open this up and get everything in your glove box. And there's a little tab down here that stops your glove box from going down. This tab right here. Just push on it. It'll drop all the way down. And there's a yellow connector. Underneath there. It's hard to see. I don't know if I can get it at this angle. The connector is down there. And so my buddy that used to work for GM said that all the airbag connectors are yellow. So this is that first connector. And so what you want to do is you want to open up that connector. That is this guy here. See these little pins, those little black dark sections of the line that represents a pin, and this the male end of the pin, and this the little round part represents the female end of the pin or of the plug. So that's this connector because it's closest to the excuse my finger now. That's closest to the airbag. And so what you want to do is you want to first check to see if maybe it's loose, and then put a little bit of dielectric grease in there just to help those connections out, because the code's saying that there's high resistance. So that one's taken care of. Now I got to find this connector, which is closest to the SDM module, and that one I don't know exactly where it is, so I'm going to look for it. But my buddy told me that it's probably going to be the floor panel. So it's closest to the SDM module. So it's either going to be down below here, and the book says that this is below the carpet underneath the seat. Or it might be on this floor panel here, or it might be in the pillar that goes up here. So I'm going to pop both those spots open and get to it and see what's going on. But first, just make sure that you turn the power off to the car. And then you're going to want to pull the fuses for the airbag, and I'll show you which ones those are. They're actually right here in the prints. Here are the fuses. You can see here, airbag ignition fuse, number 40. It's a 10 amp one, and then there's airbag battery fuse, 45, in the 45 position. This is a 15 amp. And these two are located in the fuse block under the hood. So we'll get to that first. So here's your fuse block. All you got to do is pull the front up right here, pops back, slide the sucker out. Here's a diagram. It was 40, position 40 and 45. So here's 45, airbag battery, 15 amp. 40, airbag ignition, 10 amp. So if you're looking at this guy, it's this guy here, this 15 amp. This guy, and then this 10 amp right there. And to pull these out, it's actually kind of tough. So you want to get the fuse puller that is on the side of the truck. So go right here to this panel, pull this tab, very easy, and here you get a fuse puller. Alright, so I'm just gonna slide this down over the fuse, put it the right way. Once it snaps, just pull up on it. It's gonna grab the fuse. Size. It's hard to do with one hand. And it's this guy here. Pull it out. Now you're good to go. You could disconnect the battery if you want to. So now we're gonna get to the SDM module. And I don't know how to get to that guy, so let's see. Okay, so if you pop this floor panel out here, just a matter of pulling on the ends, comes right out, pops right off, and you take this cover off here. It's just a matter of popping it off with these two connection points here. This thing comes off, and we have two yellow connectors here that look like the one underneath the other airbag. There's this guy here, and that one was tucked away back here like this. And I think that's it. But there's another yellow one up here, right underneath here. And I think this one might be it, because this one is secured to the wall just like the other one. And I'm assuming if it's a safety device, it would be secured to the vehicle and it wouldn't move. So I'm gonna go with this one, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and disconnect them both, put some dielectric grease on both of them, and hope that fixes it. So, and to remove this, let's open this up. Stab myself. You just gotta pull this orange pin out, and then that allows you to, then you gotta push this tab up here, and you slide this out. There's no corrosion in there. It looks fine. So it might have been just a loose connection. If I'm lucky, the wiring harnesses all look good. Actually, I don't think this one's it, because the coloring doesn't match. This is red, white, black, pink, white, brown, and black. And this is yellow, orange, gray, and purple. So that's not it. It's this one. This one is yellow, orange, gray, purple, and it's a yellow connector, just like my coworker said. So this is gonna be the airbag one. So open this one up, check to see if it's loose. It didn't seem loose. I'm gonna open this one up, put some dielectric grease on there. That's the same way. Just pull this pin out, pull that, push this button down, and it should come apart. So here's what the connector looked like. It looked pretty clean. I didn't see any issues with it. All the wiring on it looked good. Nothing looked disturbed. So I'm gonna put some dielectric grease on it. And I'm gonna just connect that one again. All right, so I put some this dielectric grease on there. Put it back together. I'm gonna stick it back in here. It's gonna go back in its hole. Its home. And I am going to put the fuses back in and start my car and see what's up. Alright, let's see if that worked. Let's see if I gotta buy my buddy some beer. That worked. Oh man, I owe my buddy a case of his best or his favorite beer. So here you go. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments. If you want to have if you would like some pictures of some of the schematics, I have the dealership books that I purchased. Just let me know what you're looking for, and I'll be glad to help you out, man. So that worked for me, and I hope it'll work for you. Alrighty.